I mean, I'll be honest. I think if you're a polluting company, you should be worried about everything we're doing because we're out to get you. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And we've got a good track record.
My name is Kirsten Bryant, and I'm the Outreach Director for GASP.
My name is Haley Lewis, and my position is Staff Attorney for GASP.
My name is Nina Morgan, and I am a Climate and Environmental Justice Organizer for GASP.
My name is Michael Hansen, and I'm the Executive Director of GASP.
Ever since GASP was established, we've known that we might ruffle a few feathers because we were going to not hold back in calling a spade a spade.
It feels good to work for an organization that is holding truth to power and really teasing out the problems when it comes to Birmingham and even the state.
So our vision is for a healthy, just, and sustainable Alabama. And in order for that to come about, we're going to have to take down some systems and people that are standing in our way.
So I think GASP's value to the community as a whole is that not only are we very serious, staunch advocates, but also we do it in an evidence fact-based way, which is very important to me. So I feel like we're always fair.
The idea that we all deserve to breathe clean and healthy air is an easy one to embrace. It's hard to argue with the concept that we really should leave our planet healthier for future generations. As a parent and as a citizen, I think it's right to advocate for clean and healthy air for everybody.
Are agencies always doing the absolute right thing? Are they always doing as much as they could? Are the companies always doing the absolute right thing and doing as much as they could? And oftentimes I feel like the answer to those questions are no. They're not doing as much as they could. And of course, part of that will be the advocate is always going to have a stronger stance, but I think everyone could do better, and I think everyone that lives here deserves for everyone to do better.
For the most part, residents are on the same page about the problem of industry and pollution. I think that division occurs when it comes to thinking about solutions. So do we want to leave? Do we want to stay? If we want to stay, how do we want to be supported? If we want to leave, how do we want to be supported?
I think the hardest thing about working at GASP is how small we are and how big the problem is.
Apathy. A lot of people just don't care. You talk to people on the street and they say, well, it's better than it used to be. Well, better's not good enough. And it's hard to get that message out when you're small and under-resourced. The past few years have been really remarkable to watch our work grow and prosper. In particular, over the last 2 to 3 years, we've seen a lot of results coming from our work.
I think the fact that GASP worked with PANIC in particular to get a resolution passed to urge Congress to provide funding for relocation and remediation for residents that live on a Superfund site, that was great.
The federal trial was certainly an encouraging time. Knowing that people were being held accountable for their illegal behavior was encouraging and sent the message to us that we're certainly on the right track.
I feel like we submitted some really great technical comments on ABC's Title V permit recently, and that's still an ongoing project that I think has a lot of potential. And then our continued push for listing the 35th Avenue site on the MPL.
Raising awareness about solar power in Alabama and watching that go from an issue that a lot of Alabamians weren't talking about 5-10 years ago to something that we hear about on a constant basis now. The issues in North Birmingham, the environmental injustice, and all of the work that we've put in over the last 10 years resulting in corruption charges, but also more than that, attention from elected officials trying to actually solve the problem now. Going from the margins to a mainstream, credible organization in the last couple of years has been really fulfilling for me.
Hearing our small organization's name over and over throughout this federal corruption trial was really eye-opening, and it made me realize how important our work is, and how when you stick to an issue and you know that you're right, you know that you're on the right side of history, and we are on the right side of history when it comes to living in a community that has unhealthy air, we're going to do what we can to reverse that.
Even folks who aren't like formally getting paid to do organizing work, like the residents, they know that these industries are like negatively affecting their health.
So a lot of the same actors who are polluting our air and our water and contaminating our land are the same people who are standing in the way when it comes to access to health care and to better schools and to public transit and all of these things that we need to be a healthier, more sustainable Alabama. But it's going to require a great deal of education of the general public. It's going to take a lot of motivating and getting people to be less apathetic and getting engaged in the processes that can bring about change. And it's going to take a lot of collaboration with the various entities, whether it's other nonprofit organizations, institutions like schools, city governments, the state government, all of the stakeholders, communities, neighborhood associations, individuals. It's going to take all of us.
There definitely are young people in throughout Birmingham and particularly in North Birmingham that are ready to get organized, that are ready to self-organize, that are ready to engage in the struggle.
Just because 2 executives were found guilty and there's an upcoming trial for 2 more doesn't mean that this problem has been resolved. If you live in North Birmingham, you are still dealing with contaminated soil, you're still dealing with an ongoing air pollution problem raining down on your family every day. There's still much work that needs to be done in the northern Birmingham area.
The 2 most important things that people can do is 1, become a member of GASP. You can do that with as little as a $5 donation. And 2, share your story. And we've learned through years of experience that the most powerful way to impact change is by letting people know how something affects you and the people that you care about.
We also have a lot of opportunities to get involved as a volunteer to help us further our mission.
Try to understand the air quality around you, whether that means looking around and saying, oh, what's that type of facility? I think there's a lot of power in understanding what's around you and how it might affect you.
My name is Kirsten Bryant.
My name is Haley Lewis.
My name is Nina Morgan.
My name is Michael Hansen, and I'm a voice for clean air.
I'm a voice for clean air.
And I'm a voice for clean air.
And I'm a voice for clean air.